we've just heard there from Mark Harper. He said that he's offered a reasonable deal. Is it reasonable for your members?
No, it's not. On Network Rail, our members overwhelmingly rejected the proposals yesterday, and our members on the train operating companies, also the National Executive, has rejected that deal because what they've put in there is not acceptable. Our members will not accept driver-only operation. They will not accept stations without any station staff. We want a safe and we want an accessible railway for everybody.
These strikes, they've been going on since June now. Have you got a sense of the public mood? It's, putting a lot of passengers, they're not being able to get to work, they're not being able to go out the commute, we've got Christmas coming up. Have you still got that support on side, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it on social media, you can see it out here on the picket lines. I've been in Doncaster and Leeds today, and the public support has been absolutely fantastic. We do sympathise with the people that are being obviously disrupted, but our members are out on strike for a reason. Like, I'll repeat myself, we want a safe and accessible railway for everybody.
And how long is this going to go on for? I mean, it's another 6 months that you've said you'll strike for. Are your members willing to go that far?
So we haven't taken any action since October. We've given it the absolute best opportunity to try and get a resolution to this dispute. And unfortunately, the government have got their hands all over this, and we need the train operating companies and the Network Rail to be able to negotiate with our negotiation teams to get a deal. Because 9 times out of 10, on the railway historically, we do get a resolution to these disputes. The government needs to unshackle the companies so we can do the negotiations properly.
The government are saying, and the rail delivery group are saying, that the rail's already in jeopardy with the lack of money that's been put into it, and these strikes are just making things even worse. What would you say to that?
Well, if you have a look at the private companies that we've got on the railway currently, just for an example, First Group, during the worst possible time through COVID, they managed to pay their shareholders £500 million. That's where the problem is, not these guys that are out on the picket lines.
And how does this fit into the rest of the strike action that's going to be coming up? We've got Rail Mail striking, got the NHS. It's sort of bringing Britain to a deadlock, isn't it, and standstill?
Yeah, there's a real problem, and the problem is, I think, squarely with the feet of the government. Working class people in this country have had enough. These people that are out on the strike, the posters, the nurses, the railway workers, are all key workers throughout the pandemic. They've got a clap every Thursday. Well, I'm afraid the claps don't pay bills. They need a pay rise. These people have not had a pay rise for the last 2 years.
Thank you, Gaz. Thanks for speaking with us this morning. So we've got this picket line here in Leeds going on for the rest of today and on into tomorrow, and then we're hearing more strike action running up to Christmas and then into January.